So after months of trade speculation and hearing multiple teams from the Canucks to the Leafs to the Sens being interested, and a few really close calls to this guy getting injured and not getting traded at all, Chris Tanev has been traded to the Dallas Stars for a 2024 second-round pick, D-man prospect Artem Grushnikov, and a conditional third-rounder. Also, the Flames are retaining 50% of Tanev's salary on his contract, which is up at the end of the year. The big question in Calgary the past few weeks has been, will the Flames be able to get a first-round pick for Chris Tanev? We've seen guys like Ben Sherratt, David Savard fetch first-round picks in recent years, so that was the big question, and that's what some people said might have been holding the deal up for this long. In the end, they don't get a first-round pick, but they get multiple draft picks and a guy in Grushnikov who was drafted in the second round, and who knows, might end up being somewhat of a replacement for Tanev, down the road of course, but they are very similar in size. And I'm just seeing now on my phone that New Jersey is actually part of this. It's a three-way deal. They're coming in to help process the deal by retaining 50% of Tanev's salary. In exchange for that, they're getting the Stars' 2026 fourth-round pick. So in total, Dallas is getting Chris Tanev with 75% retention. I think he slides in pretty naturally on that second right D spot, taking Yanni Hakanpää's spot. I think he's going to work well with Esa Lindell, who's a really good defenseman in his own right. Look, this is obviously a great trade for Dallas, especially in a season where they're clearly going for the Stanley Cup. If Tanev is healthy, he's a warrior and a true defensive defenseman who is literally scared of nothing. He'll take one in the face if he has to. There aren't too many of those left in the NHL anymore, and in a second pairing, that's perfect for him. He's going to fit well there. On the Flames side of things, my immediate reaction is underwhelmed a little bit. I'm disappointed that it wasn't a first round pick or a higher end prospect coming back here, but I felt the same way when I saw the Toffoli for Sharangovich trade. That's aged really well for the Flames, so I'm at the point here where I just trust Craig Conroy. I'm not going to overly judge a deal, especially one that has futures, until we see it develop a little more. I really don't think he's the type of GM to make a Jerome McGinley for Kenny Agostino, Ben Hanowski in a first round pick type of trade. So even though initially I look at it, I'm a little underwhelmed, I'm going to put some faith in Conroy here. Speaking of which, this must be a huge weight off not only everyone in the Flames dressing room shoulders, management, and even Tanev himself. I mean, rumors have been swirling about this for months now. Everyone's got to be feeling a little lighter just to know that, okay, it's done with now. We can move forward. The only downside of that, though, is now the focus shifts squarely over to Noah Hanifin and still a little bit on Jacob Markstrom, although I think that has really cooled off a lot in the last week and a half. But one domino's down. Tanev's got to be happy. He's heading to a Stanley Cup contender. He's going to fit in really well. I think I covered all the big points from this trade. Also, the condition on the pick is if Dallas makes it to the Stanley Cup final, the Flames get that pick. Let me know your thoughts on this one in the comments. Like, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. You're awesome.